You've probably seen those videos on YouTube, most likely, or one of the social networks, probably embedding from YouTube, of babies playing with iPads and iPhones and iPod touches and being able to do things with these devices with a great degree of ease. The touch interface is very intuitive, and the user interface is, well, extremely smooth, and I think that's what makes it so, well, as some people might call it, magical. There are a lot of applications out there that were designed for toddlers, and let's just say maybe not for the iPad alone, maybe some other tablets out there that are driven by Android, but we have picked out our 5 best iPad applications specifically, and of course it could be universal as well, for toddlers. And you know what's more interesting, if you don't have a toddler, and I realize you may have the emotional maturity of a toddler, these are still kind of fun to play with. I don't know, man, call me crazy. I mean, even when I go to the doctor's office these days, and I don't go all that often, I love seeing highlights for children, because you can open the book and then you can do the fun kid games. I mean, it's a nice way, easy way of passing the time. I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? Passing the time, being entertained, and possibly learning something. Now, granted, I probably won't learn anything new. At least I hope I wouldn't learn anything new from any of these applications designed for toddlers, but we list off a handful of them. If you do happen to know someone who has kids, maybe you have a little brother or sister, maybe you have a cousin, a toddler of sorts, and there's an iPad around. Baby flashcards is one application we recommend. Fun with animals, finger piano light, and honestly, it may not just be that piano, that particular title that we found that we like. It could be any piano or sound application that would work well. I'm not a toddler, and I'd have fun with that. I don't know how to play piano. Someone in the live YouTube channel right before this video started asked if I played a musical instrument, and I said, you can even rewind the live TLDR episode, well, after it's been recorded, and hear me, I piano, kind of, but I didn't really do all that well with piano. Just couldn't quite get the fingering down. So another application we recommend, Draw for Free, and a drawing application, much like a sound-driven application, really unlocks the child's imagination. Lets them explore rather than giving them a construct to operate within. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I happen to love Lego so much, is that yes, they have sets that you can build to create things that they've defined already, or you can do whatever it is that you want to do within these open-ended applications. And as I said, doesn't need to be something just on the iPad, could be on an Android tablet as well. Zixt Design notes that you can play Tenorion. That is true, as I had featured the Tenorion application for the iPad and the iPhone. I guess it's a universal app. How many weeks ago was that? I think it was during a TLDR recording, but I think it was one of the first TLDRs that we did, or the Locker Gnome Daily Report, one of these broadcasts on YouTube things. There are toys that have certain sets of applications that are just available for those toys. And these toys were built to be thrown around, as kids will, throw things around. They just, with reckless abandon, they don't care. I don't know if I'm going to be handing over a new iPad to a toddler, not without adult supervision or making sure that thing was locked down. It would be an expensive toy to break. But certainly, within reason, I think, tablet computers can go a long way to helping that child develop their critical thinking skills, imagination, and really help those cognitive processes kind of move along. And maybe one day they will watch me, these toddlers, on their tablet computer and say, I want to be like that. Probably not going to happen, but if you do know a kid in your life, feel free to make that article recommendation to them, or if you have any other recommendations for kids and iPads or tablet computers, feel free to make those directly on the article link itself on lockergnome.com.